I'm getting so annoyed with my technology. I'm going to get it. I swear to God, I will. This is Kate of Kate and Amber, creative visionary and designer. I wanted to kind of give you guys a brief kind of where I came from and how this company came to be, and then also my new collection that's coming up. It's going to be really exciting. But again, I'm Kate, and I started this business originally back in 2009, where I got married myself. And one of my biggest things, as you might remember in another video, one of my biggest issues and problems that I had come up with was that I wanted a wedding dress that was much more colorful than what I was kind of allowed in the rest of my family and kind of everybody involved. Hence, like, my partner, for instance, he wanted things much more traditional. So I ended up not going with necessarily the dress that I want. I didn't have the resources at the time to like even do the Gwen Stefani gown, where it's that like beautiful pink ombre dip dress from the bottom and then it went up to white at the top. That was my other plan I wanted. If I couldn't have a color dress, that's what I wanted to have. But a lot of the bridal boutiques that I worked with and visited, they didn't know how to let me back up. They know how to do that, but it was only in these very specific pastel colors. And, my wedding was all these bright, colorful colors. This was like my bridesmaid's color. This was like my accent color, this royal blue. But then it was like aqua, and my flowers were white and orange. So, I mean, it was colorful, and aqua and orange and this blue were not in their standard colors that they offer for dipping a gown in. So that was kind of a bummer. And so I had to come up with ways to bring that part of my style into my look. And I had requested one of my bridesmaids, who just happens to be a fashion designer, to basically embellish my veil because I didn't really know what else to do. And so she added some fun feathers and some rhinestones, and she took part of her actual dress, the inside lining that was not needed, and she just put it in there and just kind of gave it a bit of color, which was fun. It gave me personality, and I loved it. And it was something that I saw right then and there that I'm like, how many other brides are like me, where, we want to have more fun and color and personality, still keep the romance and the glamourness and of all of that, still have all of it, but just how else can I get that in my dress, in my look for the day? So I started making veils. And I was adding color, but it was tulle, so it wasn't as intense as like some of this fabric underneath, so it's a little lighter, a little more subtle. And then sometimes I'd add flowers if the brides wanted flowers, and some, crystals or something, and some extra color mixed in with white and ivory. And that worked really well, especially bachelorette party veils. And then I started getting requests for customized garters, because not everybody just wants a little ribbon garter or just like a standard lace one. So I started making them more colorful with feathers and fringe, and it was a lot of fun, but they were more like special requests, and one-of-a-kind pieces. It was nothing that I ever tried to make, tried to expand and actually sell to a larger group of people. And so sorry, sweetie. I then went and actually took a break from making accessories for brides. I was working for, just life kind of took over, where I started having kids. And then at one point I went back into work, pushing towards my professional career and not really doing much of this creative work, until I worked for a bridal boutique store in Berkeley, California. And the owner was like, girl, you're hella creative and crafty. Why don't you start making these rhinestone sashes for our brides? And I'm like, sure. And I started getting the materials, and I was, found some ribbons that I really liked, sparkly, of course. And they sold really, really well, like hotcakes. Sorry, this is my girl. Little Miss Kenny, short for Kendra. We rescued her, like, what, 2-3 weeks ago from a shelter? Anyways, so she's got like her arms are a little shaved. I gotta get used to this. Her arms are a little shaved a little bit in the front because she ended up having her surgery for getting spayed. Anyways, totally off subject. So you're going to see her from time to time. And then I just started doing that, and that just went like, it sold like gangbusters, like crazy in the store, and even a little bit online. But I've also noticed too that I'm at this point in the business where I want to expand out of that collection and kind of create something new and current. Because here's the thing, ladies, is that trends, bridal trends, they do shift and change every 2, maybe 3 years. Like, really, I know, you're like, but wait a minute. The actual foundation of the style of the dress does not change. It does not change. It's ball gowns, A-lines, mermaids, trumpets, sheaths. Those are all the same and continuous, season after season, year after year, decade after decade. Okay, that stays the same. It's the details, whether it's the deep V-neck or the low back, or it's the one shoulder, or over the shoulder, or if we have to do the high neck, or if you're doing more crepe with no lace, no train, dramatic train, I mean, there's just so many different, it's the details that really change and update the dresses, right, and the looks, even though the foundation of the cut and style of the dress stays the same. So what does this mean, right? Brides today are now looking more into a combination of the crepe dresses with a little bit of lace, and not so much full lace head to toe like they did for years and years. Bohemian is no longer becoming the most desired look for brides. They're looking for something that's actually much more, I don't want to say more complimentary to their actual bodies, and instead of trying to match their dress to their venue. And I think that's a whole nother video, because I've got opinions on that. So some things that are happening too are these much more fun and kind of romantic details, like those little poofy sleeves, right? That are still over the shoulder. Gorgeous, love them. Even some of them are short and kind of fluttered, but they're not the flutter lace ones. It's like this tulle one that sticks out and is more playful, right? And then you have those really beautiful detachable skirts made out of tulle, typically. And they're just gorgeous. And they sit at your hip, and they can be the train of your dress, and it's detachable. And then you don't have to worry about having to bustle a train later on for your reception. Awesome. So those are some more current trends. And, I polled a bunch of brides on social media, and I said, ladies, tell me, what do you wish you could have if money was not a problem, and if you didn't have those overly opinionated family/friends, right? What do you desire to have for your wedding day? What do you want? How do you want to look and feel on your wedding day? And, I had over 40 brides talk about how they wanted these sleeves and these detachable skirts. And so guess what? I heard you. And that's what I'm going to make for you. Because I feel that these collections should be based on really what the bride wants and needs for her wedding day. So let's just say you fell in love with a dress that doesn't have either one of those. Does that mean that you can't have them for your wedding day? No. F that. F it. Let's get you those pieces. Let's get you to look exactly how you dream to be. Because I feel that it can be difficult to get something like that. if you can't afford to, or have the dress, or if that designer is not available in a store or boutique near you. I mean, that's just not fair. I think every bride, I truly believe every bride should have the look that she wants to have. Plain and simple, you know? Style should never be, what's the word? I can't think of it now. I'm going to edit this part out. Oh, maybe I won't. But I just feel like style should never, you should never change it because of all these different circumstances in your life. That's just not fair. You should be able to be who you are, who you want to be, how you want to present yourself, no matter what. And I don't think anybody else should dictate that. So if you fell in love with this gorgeous Lazaro mermaid gown, get it. Don't worry, girl. I got your back. I'll get you your sleeves because you didn't have them with the gown. It doesn't come with the gown. So what? I got you. I got you, girl. I am helping you out. I want to be there for you. I want to help you out with this because I felt like I just didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like as gorgeous as my gown was on my wedding day, and I was told I was super fly, what in it. But again, I always felt deep down that it just wasn't right. But I just had to you just make decisions and you have to move forward and move on in your wedding. Like, you just have to. And I want to be able to help you with that. I didn't have it, but I want to help you have it. Okay? So follow me on Instagram, okay? If you're not already, it's Kate N. Amber. Our website is kateandamber.org, and you can always email me if you wish. info.kateandamber@gmail.com. Direct message me on Instagram. I don't care. I'm there. I'll answer, and that will be me. I don't have anybody else doing that. That'll be me. So you and I can have a conversation if you want to if you want to make something real customized for your dress. That'd be fabulous. I would have so much fun with that. So, girl, let's work together, okay? I got you. And